Hello, this is Qyalms visiting from the Grim Wayside, and since we did an unboxing of the clue puzzle from idVenture, the Aztec Pyramid of the Sun, we did a solve video for the Aztec of the Pyramid, or I'm sorry, the Aztec Pyramid of the Sun. I thought I'd real quick just go over what happened with the Kickstarter in terms of stretch goals and add-ons you could actually also purchase. I'm gonna move the main box off to the side. So one of the things that you could also get were these little mini puzzles. When you put them together, they also came with like this little backing so that you could display them. This jaguar image is from one of the puzzles that actually is on the clue box itself. You could also purchase these expansion packs. Each one of them has a frame that goes that clicks on to the main pyramid puzzle, and you can put them over the top of the puzzle once you've completed the Aztec Pyramid's original puzzles. On each side they have these templates that you put over that puzzle as sort of a base for the actual puzzle pieces themselves. They're really vibrant, these puzzles. They have really cool designs on them. They don't actually solve the pyramid in any way, but they're just in sort of an extra add-on so you can enjoy the Aztec Pyramid in a couple different ways. They have some cute shaped pieces in there, like these little music notes. I think we decided this one was corn. We're not exactly sure. Here's a little flower that you can put over something. So these two puzzles were options that you could purchase with the Kickstarter. And that was the Aztec Realms expansion and the Day of the Dead expansion. In terms of the stretch goals, at 140,000 euros, you got what was called the Peak. And it's sort of like a little tower, and I think these are the only pieces I need, I hope. They're the only ones I got. These make up what they call the Peak, which is sort of a pointy sort of antenna looking thing that you put on top of the Aztec puzzle. This piece I hope is the only one I need. It's the Levitating Bird, which was unlocked at 230,000 euros on the Kickstarter. And then this was the Guardian Dragon. You can put a coin inside of here, and I guess it's sort of like a keychain. And that one unlocked at 350,000 euros. So it was a really, really successful Kickstarter. I mean, idVenture, of course, has lots of puzzles, so they were pretty trustworthy. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to put together these puzzles as best as I can. We're going to do it with fast forward. I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking with these, but I hope you enjoy this little bonus video of finishing the stretch goals for the Kickstarter for the clue puzzle Aztec Pyramid of the Sun. So here we go. Hello and welcome back. This is Qyalms again, visiting from the Grim Wayside, and I had to go study the Kickstarter in order to try and figure out how to put together this stretch goal for the Aztec Pyramid of the Sun. I think after studying that GIF for a while, I figured out the order in which the pieces have to go together and how the actual spinning works. So let me put the pyramid itself to the side. So what I believe is happening from this piece of wood here, these two little bits are legs. They stick into the back of this piece right here, and they allow you to display it as if it were a tiny picture frame. So without those, I'm just going to set those to the side. You can use it as like, I guess, sort of a keychain. It's not a very well protected keychain because the back of it isn't actually covered by anything, even though the front has this piece of plastic in it. But one thing to notice about the orientation of this piece is that the little thorns go in this direction versus how they go with the front piece, which go in the opposite direction. I was trying to get the orientation so that they matched, but it appears they really only work properly if they are in opposite directions of each other. So that is an important part of the orientation. Then comes this piece right here, the wooden one that's mostly circular with the three rivet points there. Then it comes this piece that goes right there. This piece is what attaches to the front, and keeps the pieces together. Because that piece is a little bigger than the hole in this piece, this is the piece that actually provides, keeps this piece from just coming off the front again. So that plastic piece goes on top of all of those. Then this coin piece goes into that sliding piece, and then the top piece goes on finally. And I think that's how it's going to work. I'm going to put it together with the provided toothpicks, which act as like little rivets for the piece, and then we'll see if it actually functions the way that I think it should. Okay, so fast forward. Okay, so that appears to have worked. So in order to operate the little coin, you have to spin the dragon upside down from the little hole, and then you pull out the little lever, and that will have made a hole for the coin or picture or whatever to fall out. The coin, again, does not have any protection from the back. But I did put the little feetsies on here, which allow it to stand up as if it were like a little picture frame. So that is the order in which I believe this goes. I did my best looking at the, like I said, I did my best looking at the animated GIF that was on the Kickstarter to try and figure out what the instructions were. I mean, it spins pretty easily, so I don't know. And it feels a little flimsy, so I don't know how great an actual keychain this would be, but as a cute little novelty where you sit, you know, if you have a special coin and you put it on your shelf, then I guess this is kind of cool. But it was just, you know, one of the stretch goals for the Kickstarter. So that is the Guardian coin, or the Coin Guardian, from the idVenture CluePuzzle Kickstarter stretch goals. So there were 2 additional stretch goals that came in that same envelope as the Guardian coin did. And I just wanted to go over them real quick because I learned something important about the stretch goal that was called the Peak. So the stretch goal that was the little levitating bird, that one's super simple to put together. It's one card. It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Not very difficult. The bird itself is the large wing piece, and then this little bird nose piece that you just slip on there. Very simple. The base itself is 2 layers of this, I guess it's like a lizard or a frog or something, and then you stick the levitating part in and then keep it all together with this other bird piece that fits into the base like that. So like I said, this one super easy, not difficult to put together at all. No problems. I did have, oops, over there. I had questions about the stretch goal that was called the Peak. And this is just supposed to be something that is decorative to put on top of the Aztec Pyramid. It doesn't have any like special like holes that it fits in or anything, so it just sits on the top there. The Kickstarter page says that it was 40 pieces, and that in the picture it showed 4 different wooden squares. Actually, they were more like rectangles, right? They did not look like this. So when I took out all the stretch goals and I was trying to figure out where my 40 pieces were, I don't know what that estimate was based on, but it is definitely not 40 pieces. So this particular one, this square here, these pieces that appear here, there's 4 of them. Those are the little feetsies that go on the bottom, and they connect to these spine pieces, which are the 4 that are right here. This is a little plug that goes at the very bottom to keep the circles from falling out, and it goes through a hole that's in this tall spine piece. This tall spine piece is the center piece. So the center piece runs all the way through the center with the 4 spines sticking off of it, and then those 4 spines get these little hexagons stuck on the bottom. And then this little plug is the other piece that's on this square. This piece, these decorated pieces, they have a slight like carving or like engraving on them. These 4 pieces right here, those slide onto these arms. There's 4 of those arms. If you look at the picture on the Kickstarter, it looks like 2 of the arms don't have these on there, so I'm not sure what decision was made there. But there's 4 arms, and these 4 pieces slide onto these 4 arms. And then these circles are each a slightly different size hole that gets smaller as it progresses towards the top. And then this piece goes on last at the very top to keep all of the spines and that center piece together. So it took a little finagling to get all of the circles and everything to line up. It was a little bit of a trick, and I didn't do it on camera because I had no idea what I was doing, but I eventually did get it together. So it's just circle, 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 going up the centerpiece on that spine. You put that peg in to keep it from all falling apart. But ultimately it's not 40 pieces, but I was able to complete it with just these 2 squares. So I don't know what decisions they made when they actually produced the Kickstarters, but the Kickstarter page itself is a little confusing for how you actually finish the peak. So that is between the Guardian coin, the Levitating Bird, and the peak that goes on the top there. Those are the stretch goals that came with the Kickstarter for the idVenture puzzle. So thank you for joining me in exploring the CluePuzzle Aztec Pyramid of the Sun Kickstarter with all of the various stretch goals and all of the various expansions that you could add to it. If you're interested in more Kickstarters like this one in the future, or if you check the descriptions of our videos and you see that you're interested in one of the other puzzles that I currently own, please let us know. Subscribe so that you can see those videos in the future, and be sure to hit the notification so that you won't miss any of the new puzzle boxes or doll unboxings that we do. So thank you very much. Have a good night.